February 1st is the new official day when a majority of the American population calls it quits on their New Year goals and resolutions. It's true. 2,000 Americans were polled, and it has been revealed that it takes only 32 days for people to give up their resolutions. And 68% of that revealed that they gave up sooner than that. I don't know about you, but I feel like if we're going to take the time to make goals and resolutions for ourselves, we gotta make it count. Being smart really is the way to go with the creation of our goals and resolutions. What's up, you guys? Welcome back to another episode of Therapy Reveal, where we reveal tips and secrets on anything in therapy, life, and psychology. My name is Blue, and I am going to be your host for today's episode. I have done quite a lot of research on this topic, and I actually do quite a few things in addition to the creation of SMART goals to help me stay on track with my productivity on a daily basis. If you would like to know what I do, stick around for the review. Whether you are a child, a teenager, or an adult, procrastination has hit us in many ways throughout all aspects of our lives, and we see it happening on a daily basis. We even see it happening with our New Year resolutions. But today, I will review with you all some tips and habits that I've incorporated to help me stay on track with my goals and resolutions. First, I will be talking about the importance of SMART goals. Second, I will reveal to you all how to create SMART goals. And third, I will reveal the things that I do in my personal life to keep my productivity levels in check and keep procrastination at bay. Alright, so first, we're going to talk about the importance of SMART goals. When I talk about SMART goals, I mean goals that are specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and time-bound. And these are the 5 things that we want to accomplish when we create our goals. It's important to keep in mind that your goals are SMART because not only would it be really smart, but they also raise our chances of achieving the results that we want. They allow us to stay organized with our vision, and they give us a solid sense of direction. And by making SMART goals, you have a higher chance of making your dreams a reality, and I'm sure that's what many of us want. So now that I've explained why it's so important that our goals are SMART when we want to achieve something, I'll reveal how to create SMART goals. The S in SMART stands for specific. When you create your goal, you want to be as detailed as possible. You want to ask yourself questions like, what do I want to accomplish? What is the purpose of achieving this goal? Why is this goal important? These questions are important to keep in mind when you're creating a specific goal, right? And one example may look like if you're trying to achieve emotional control, instead of writing down as one of your goals, I want to be happy, you can turn that into something more specific, like I will gain a better sense of control over my emotions and feel calmer. The M in SMART stands for measurable. You want to be able to track your progress and stay motivated, have quantifiable data and criteria included within your goal. And when you're making this type of goal, you want to ask yourself, how much? How many? How will I know when it is accomplished? When you're making a goal, such an example may look like, how will I gain a better sense of control over my emotions and feel calmer, in reference to that specific goal that we talked about earlier. I'll write in my journal every night, and every Friday, I'll review my feelings and thoughts from the week. The A in SMART stands for attainable. When we make attainable goals, these goals should push you out of your comfort zone and challenge you to grow. And they should also be realistic and reachable, right? So you gotta find the balance between those 2 aspects. You want to ask yourself, can you accomplish this goal when you are creating this type of goal? So one example may look like, I've always had a good sense of self-awareness, but now I want to better control my emotions. The R in SMART stands for relevant. As mentioned earlier, goals should also help you advance or grow in some way. Otherwise, it's not a goal. Right? You want to ask yourself, is your goal results focused? Is it not an activity or an exercise? We don't want your goals to be activities or exercises. We want your goals to have a result produced by the end, right? So one example may look like, I've started seeing a therapist, and I have other goals that relate to my well-being, so this is one of them, right? This goal tells you that it's a good reason for you to go after this goal of achieving emotional control because it's relevant, right? It's relevant to you, it's important to go after it, and everything like that. The T in SMART stands for time-bound or timely, right? You want to have a defined timeline included in your goals. Without a deadline, there's no sense of urgency. We work on deadlines, and it's also part of the reason why teachers and professors give us due dates. Because without deadlines, we don't operate and we procrastinate. So when you make time-bound goals, you want to ask yourself, when will you accomplish your goal? In such an example, in reference to the emotional control situation, may look like this. By the time I start school again in September, which is 3 months away, I want to feel in control of my emotions. So that is an example of a time-bound goal. It has a deadline. I know it's not September right now, and I know it's not 3 months away as of now, it's January, but this is just an example that I found on the internet, and I thought it would be a really good example to reference in this podcast episode. So now that we have learned how to create SMART goals, I'll review what I do in addition to these things to keep my goals in check. The first thing that I do is to plan out my week. I choose a day during the week, usually towards the end of the week, and I just take out my journal and I ask myself, what do I want to accomplish by the end of the week in my family life, in my work life, in my school life, in other parts of my life, right? And I write all those things down. Those things I want to accomplish by the end of the week, right? And I just write it all down, right? Second, instead of going through Instagram every night while I'm in my bed, I take that time instead to plan my day for the next day, right? And I use that weekly plan to help me with this, right? So I just take the time to plan out the entire day, my next day, right? So that before I go to bed, I'll have a clear visual idea of what I want my day to look like when I wake up in the morning, right? And then third, I journal in the morning before I start those things that I want to finish for the day. And this gives my brain a chance to dump all my random thoughts, all my weird thoughts, or even all my stressful thoughts. Because without this process, I won't be able to fully take in new information while I'm doing my work. So that's why I like to journal before I start my work in the morning. And then fourth, I perform breathing exercises after journaling to heal that dump session that I just had and prepare my brain to accept positive affirmations and additional new information, fresh information from when I'm going to do my work, right? And then those positive affirmations, which is the fifth thing that I do, is where I just admire myself in the mirror, I smile, and then I flatter myself with positive affirmations. Yeah, so I just tell myself those things, and that prepares me for the entire day, and this is how I keep my goals in check. It helps me stay on track with my goals. It helps me to remind me that these are the reasons why I am doing the things that I do now, so that I can, achieve those goals by the end of the year that I've set for myself, all right? So this concludes the end of our episode. I hope you guys learned a thing or two about creating SMART goals and keeping your goals strong to stand by throughout the year. I revealed to you all the importance of making SMART goals. I revealed how to create SMART goals, and I revealed the things that I do to keep my goals in check and improve my productivity. Let me know if you guys want a part 2 to this episode, if you want to learn more about, the in-depth process of what I do to help keep my goals in check. Let me know if you guys want a part 2. And with that said, remember to follow us on our socials at MFPI for all, and work smart, not hard, with your goals. Bye!